Hi guys, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. So, we've got another pick a deck reading, and I thought this week we would do it on love this week actually for pick a deck. So, we're using the Modern Love Tarot this week, the Sasuraibito Tarot and the Afro Goddess Tarot Arcanas. Now, this week, guys, if you want to know whether your relationship or whether the person that you're interested in, whether you've got a future with them, then you've come to the right place, because this week it's titled, Do We Have a Future? Now, usually the Do We Have a Future readings on my own website look slightly different to this, but I really like doing readings in the style of the Lenormand readings that I would do. So I thought this week instead we'll do a Lenormand style reading, obviously using tarot, where we have the central card and then we've got the what we call the 9 box, and we're making all of these different connections to come to a conclusion. Okay, so I'll explain as we go on. So if you choose deck 1, it's the Modern Love Tarot by Ethne, amazing deck. Deck 2 will be the Sasuraibito Tarot, and deck 3 is the Tarot Arcanas. Now, all of the timestamps are in the comment section, so just go to the, or I think in the description, or and also the comment section, either one, go to that and just click on the timestamp to get to which one you want to get to, and yeah, we'll see what it comes up with. So sit back, relax, enjoy. Also, guys, if you want to order a reading with me, click on the link in the comment section below, and also you can join me on my Patreon. Okay, for those of you who chose deck number 1, the Modern Love Tarot, first of all, we look at what the situation is here. Okay, then we look at our cross. So we're just looking at sort of the influences around this situation here, or what's going on around it. We're also looking, we can go past, present, future. We can look at what's weighing down on this situation, going from the top, and what's kind of the root cause of everything, which could be at the bottom here. We also look at what we call knighting, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, to make our connections into here. The outcome card for me will be here. So this will tell me what the outcome of the situation is. Should you be together or not, will be this card here. We can also look at the diamond, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, to give us also an outcome energy. I hope that makes sense. I'm doing it in the Lenormand style, so let's have a look. So what's the situation between you and this person that you're in love with or you care about? Yeah, I see a lot of joy, a lot of happiness here, the 9 of Cups. So the 9 of Cups in a love reading means that there's a great deal of affection, there's satisfaction between you and this individual. You can see here this person is singing in the bath. She's really happy. She's over the moon. She's on top of the moon. She feels really good. You know, there's a great deal of satisfaction, I think, in terms of you and this individual in this situation here. A lot of love here, a lot of happiness, a lot of joy. It doesn't even have to be love, because the 9 of Cups can be the cat that got the cream. You could just start off with someone here, or you could be friends with someone and they could make you laugh, or they could make you happy. It's just a card that says, I feel really good. I feel really satisfied around this situation. For some of you guys, it'll be a lot of sexual satisfaction as well, because that's what card means, pleasure too. But it's a really lovely card to get. So the 7 of Cups, so choices, options, is the 7 of Cups. Okay, so I think something's become very clear here. We've got a 7 of Cups, which is the Ace of Swords is clearing its truth. And I think that the 7 of Cups, rather than being, for some of you guys, you had a lot of options, and then suddenly you've made your choice, and because you found the truth with the Ace of Swords, and you're kind of like, you're really happy with the choice that you've made. It's really positive, because this is happiness, and what's bearing down on your happiness? Well, it's the choice that you've made here. And I think that the root cause of all of this is because you've made a very positive one. So I think for some of you guys, you had a lot of options, but you finally feel to yourself, you know, actually, I've made the right choice here. I also feel that because the 7 of Cups can be disillusionment and illusion, I think with the Ace of Swords being the card of truth, something became very clear here. There was an illusion that was uncovered. Something wasn't quite clear about this person or about the situation, and I think with the Ace of Swords, everything kind of became very, very clear. Or this person said something, or they unveiled a truth to you, or you unveiled a truth to them. But I think it's worked out very well. It seems to have worked out in your favour with the 9 of Cups energy showing here. The 7 of Pentacles often means the assessment of something. So often, or it can mean that you put the hard work in. It's an interesting way, the way that Ethne's depicted the 7 of Coins. I haven't looked in the booklet at what she's tried to convey concerning this, but For me, the Seven of Coins, and I just read cards how I read them because of the meanings and how I see the cards. So I don't always go to the booklet because it's just too much effort for me. But the Seven of Coins for me is a card about having to take a step back and review all of the work that's been put into something and whether you're being rewarded or not. The Knight of Swords energy there. So I feel that with the Knight of Swords can mean improvement, or it can mean something that's very fast. Sometimes it can be drama as well. So I feel that there was some drama in this relationship with the Knight of Swords. And I think that at some point you reviewed this and you said, you know what, I don't know whether this relationship is perhaps worth it, because we've had a lot of arguments. There's been a lot of kind of, there's been a lot of drama. And I think as well, it could be with the Seven of Cups as well. Maybe the partner or you, one of you, had other options. You may have been looking at other options and this became very apparent. And perhaps there was a lot of drama in the relationship here and things were under review. But I feel that right now, even though it looks to me like you've had some turmoil within this relationship, that it feels to me that you're in a really good place with the Nine of Cups showing here. Yeah, I mean, this card here is knighting to... There's mediation here with justice. So there was some truth coming out. And I think that whoever this is that you dealt with was a little bit of a philanderer, or they were seeking out other opportunities with the Seven of Cups and that Knight of Wands there. And I think there was a truth here with the Ace of Swords. I think something came to light in terms of this, because remember we're knighting 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I feel that something come to light here, okay, in terms of this person's philandering. They were kind of looking in different directions with that Knight of Wands. This became very apparent with the Ace of Swords energy, and you probably reviewed the relationship because you probably thought, well, they're out seeking other options here with this Seven of Coins. This has come to light, and you know, I'm having to review again, and also perhaps wanting to review with the Knight of Swords whether you want to move forward, whether you want to progress the relationship forward, because you've got somebody here who's a bit of a philanderer. They're looking at other options and it came to light and you're reviewing, do I want to move forward with this? Is this somebody that I want to kind of progress with? We've got the Fool card here and the Three of Pentacles here. So I do see somebody here, this Fool and the Knight of Wands. I think that the person that you were seeing, guys, is somebody who didn't want to commit that much. The Fool and the Knight of Wands is somebody who's a commitment phobe often. So I just see a commitment phobe here, but I feel that this commitment phobe has made a decision with this Justice energy that they want to start working and building a relationship with you. So I'm seeing somebody here who wants to start building and working on a relationship with you. They didn't start out like this with the Fool and the Knight of Wands energy, but I feel that they want to start working and building. They've made a decision that they actually want to start building and working in collaboration with you to build this relationship. And I feel that this person recognizes with the Ace of Swords and is willing to own up to their own mistakes, because the Fool is knighting 1, 2, 3, 4 to the Ace of Swords, 1, 2, 3, 4 to the Knight of Swords. So I feel that this person is ready to be very honest and direct with you. This is an honesty and direct card. It tells you what it thinks, and this is kind of like being truthful. So I think that this person is willing to own up and to really kind of now be direct and own up and be honest with their mistakes. Okay, so I actually feel here I feel that this is a relationship that you could possibly move forward with. And I think it's probably down to whoever this philanderer is, this Fool and the Knight of Wands is, who is now making a decision with the Justice card that they want to develop something with you going forward here, and who now wants to own up to their mistakes. They want to kind of be very direct. They want to speak. They want to come out with this Knight of Swords energy, the Fool, the mistakes that they've made. Then with the Ace of Swords, they want to be honest about that. They want to own up to that. They want to say, look, I've made mistakes. I have messed around. I have been looking at other women or other men or whatever on the internet. I have been checking up other people, and I have been kind of making dates and things like that. But I feel that this person has reviewed their choices. In the outcome, we've got a choice card here that is under review, okay? And I feel that the review now, they're ready to kind of communicate their answers. They're ready to now tell you exactly what they want, and they're willing now to be very direct about what it is that they've found. And I think that with Justice in the outcome, you know, do you have a future? I would say with Justice, I mean, it's an interesting one. Justice isn't a yes. Justice is a yes and a no. I think that going forward, you really need to be, because this is mediation. So I think that the both of you need to sit down and read. I mean, right now, you're in a good place. Right now, with the Nine of Cups, you're feeling happy for some of you guys. Because I think that whoever this is that they're coming out with stuff and they're saying to you, you know what? Yeah, I did this. Yeah, I did that. Yeah, I was a fool. I was stupid. I made mistakes. I was checking out other people. But now I'm ready to build things. I've made a decision that I want to build things with you. But I do feel that going forward, if you're going to make this work, you've really got the outcome card is justice. Now, justice could be a yes. Because justice is often showing up when it says the work that you're putting in is what you're going to be getting out. Okay, so whatever you're putting into something is what you'll get out of it. Okay, so if you put the hard work in, you'll get the work out. Okay, there is an opportunity here as well with the full line diagonal to justice to rectify this situation. Okay, but this person has to, I think, be willing with the Knight of Wands energy, and they've got to have a desire with the Knight of Wands to build the relationship with you. So if we look at the diagonals, I would say here that, yeah, there's potential here, but I feel that there's an opportunity. So if you're going to have a future, yeah, I feel with the Fool, there's an opportunity for justice. There's an opportunity for you guys to work things through with this justice energy. But this person has to have the desire and the passion to build this relationship with you. Okay. I do feel that this person was a fool. And a Knight of Wands, they were non-committal, they had other choices here. But I feel that right now this person has reviewed your relationship, and they understand from this review that this is a relationship, I think, with the Nine of Cups that makes them feel happy and makes them feel good, and this is something that they want to progress with. I feel that in the outcome, the bottom cards here, that it's very positive. There's a very positive outcome here, as there's a decision made from this person to build and work together with you in developing this relationship. So actually, yeah, I feel that you do have a future with this person, but I think that this future has come about as a result of this person understanding that you are the best person for them. And in fact, you are the person that makes them happy. I think that this person has done a lot of philandering. I think that this person has been kind of searching for what they thought could be, because I think with the Seven of Cups and the Ace of Swords, I think this person was looking at other options. But I think with the Ace of Swords is that there's been this realization that you are the one that makes them happy. They've been just searching for truth. This person with the Knight of Wands has been searching for the truth as well. You know, the Knight of Wands have been searching for truth, which is why they've been kind of deliberating and keeping you dangling on and that type of thing. But I now think that this person is definitely ready to start building something, because they've made a decision to do this. After a review, they understand that this relationship makes them feel good with you and they want to progress with it. And so therefore, they're going to build a relationship. It's very positive. The outcome is with the Ace of Swords sitting down there as they make a decision that they want to build something with you. Okay. And I also feel that they want to work hard with you to be more honest with you in the future. The Ace of Swords and Justice is all about truth. So I think that in the outcome as well, this person wants to work in collaboration with you so that you can always try and be honest and truthful with one another, because they recognize that in order to build a successful relationship, Three of Coins energy, and a successful partnership, it is really based on honesty and truth. And this is the direction that this person wants to go in. So yeah, I think you've got a future with this person, as long as this person keeps to what they've said that they're going to do. Okay guys, so we're going to do the reading now. For those of you who chose deck number 2, the Sasuraibito Tarot, this is where you are right now. And then we're just doing in the style of the Lenormand, where we're making the connections through knighting, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. And we're also looking past, present, future, or past, present, future, or what's weighing down on the situation here. Our outcome cards show in the bottom level here, which will be the outcome. Do you have a future here? This can be the past and the present, and do you have a future here? We can simply look here for a future. We can look at the diamond around the situation to give us a clue to what the future is of the situation as well. You see what I mean once I start the reading. Okay, so... Okay, I see silence right now. I see somebody who has either ghosted someone or somebody is just not speaking right now. Somebody is possibly retreated and just kind of taking some time out. Four of Swords often in a love reading means that somebody is retreated. There's no communication going on. Everything is very silent. This person, I think, what's influencing this is that this person is either wanting just to have some time to themselves. They're wanting to kind of just move out, because the Hangman is a card about alleviation. So often this card can mean suspending something or in suspense. So they're wanting to just kind of suspend themselves out of the relationship, or maybe they're having to make some form of sacrifices at the moment. Hangman also means to make a sacrifice. It can also mean loss. But also the Hangman can mean that we're looking at things from a completely different perspective. So it may be that this person is looking at the relationship from a different perspective, or it could be that you're looking at it from a different perspective. But I think that the reason for this card here is because somebody wants some time away, whether it's because they're looking at things from a different perspective, or whether it's because they need to make a few sacrifices right now, or they just want to put things on hold. The root cause is the Star. They've got hopes. There's a sense of, there could be a few things. It could be because of distance. Maybe this person's in another country with the Star card, or it could be with the Star energy. Perhaps they're going through a time where they just need to distance themselves. The Star means distance. But the Star could be that they've got goals that they need to achieve as well, and they just need to take the time out of this because they've got goals. Maybe they've got goals in terms of having to get a piece of work together for college, or, you know, maybe they've got goals or targets that they need to achieve within, you know, the workplace or something like that. Or maybe there's just a need for healing here. Let's have a look at the other cards. The Emperor. So the Emperor is all about authority and taking control and leadership. The Seven of Wands. So it feels to me like this person needs to take a little bit of control of a challenge. There's an obstacle here that this person needs to kind of rein in. Perhaps they need to get some form of obstacle that they're facing under control. So they're needing to kind of just put a little bit of a stop on this relationship because there's something that they need to achieve in terms of trying to get into control some form of an obstacle. This doesn't feel like it's really anything to do with you, why this person has distanced themselves. It feels like they've got external stuff going on. That's what it looks like to me. They're taking control of this. The Emperor takes control of things. And they've got some obstacles, some challenges here that they need. And you can see the axe is trying to chop down these things as well. So they're definitely, I think, trying to take control of some challenges that they're facing here. So they've just put a stop on the relationship contacting you until this is achieved, I think, with the Star card. The Ace of Pentacles. So the Ace of Pentacles is a new tangible beginning, is linked in. This could be work related as well with the Ace of Coins. Three of Cups. They may hope for, we'll see in the end. I'll speak about it in a moment once I see the other cards. Okay, so there's a review here. I think they've reviewed. Something's come up again for review, the Judgment energy, and it regards the Ace of Coins. So maybe their commitment to this relationship is under review with the Judgment energy because of the Three of Cups and... Okay, so they're worried. The Nine of Swords. There's a lot of anxiety about having to... Perhaps this is having to kind of... It's. Do you know what I get? I don't get... there's a lot of... The Nine of Swords is anxiety, and the worry is concerning that Three of Cups. So this commitment is under review. Perhaps they're worried about somebody else, the third party perhaps, Three of Cups. Maybe they're a bit nervous, a bit anxious. Maybe they're a bit confused with this Nine of Swords energy about a third party here. It feels like they've been trying to shut somebody else out. There's a few things I think I see going on here. What I'm seeing here, for those of you who picked number 2, is that somebody has gone silent with that Four of Swords. And they've gone silent because... they've probably had a change of perspective with the Hangman. All right, but also they're needing to put a little bit of a stop on this relationship with you, because there may be something that they want to achieve with the star energy. It may be that they're trying to control or trying to take some form of control back off some challenge that they're experiencing here. Now, that challenge could be connected into work, for example. So it just feels like this externally, this person's got a lot of stuff going on, and having you there, they're not able to get on with it. So they're just kind of like, let me just take a moment out of this, because I need to kind of rein in or get back on top of perhaps some challenges that I'm facing here. This could be work related because it's wands as well. And I'm going to take a bit of a break until I've accomplished this. I also feel that this person has reviewed with the Ace of Coins their commitment to you, and they're worried with the Nine of Swords energy. They're anxious about perhaps a third party, perhaps there's somebody else, or perhaps they're anxious about kind of this friendship. I mean, it's a 3, so it could be somebody else involved in the situation. So they reviewed their commitment because perhaps they're nervous or worried about somebody else. There could be a third party. I think this person's got a lot of stuff going on. I think not only are they kind of like completely boldened down by work, there's also a third party that this person has been trying to forget about, but they're finding it very difficult to forget about the third party. So also there's a review of the commitment to you, because they're not only worried about work and having to get certain, because I think this person's got a lot of demands going on. The Seven of Wands often means, and I think it's work. I think this person is under a huge amount of strain here, a huge amount of strain. You can see the Nine of Swords is also 1, 2, 3, 4 connected in with the Seven of Wands, and 1, 2, 3, 4 connected in with the Hangman. So I feel that they've needed to kind of put the brakes on because it's connected in with their stressing over the demands that are being placed on them. Perhaps you've been placing demands on them. If you've been placing demands, they don't want to know about those demands. Also, they're stressing out about work, and they're needing to kind of get all of the work, because they've got a lot of demands probably at work, and they're needing to get all of this stuff under control. So that's another thing that they're stressing about. Also, in the past here for this individual, we've got judgment, a judgment coming from perhaps the boss that has put them under an enormous amount of pressure, because we can double up on the card. So the judgment would be a judgment, an assessment perhaps of the work. So a judgment coming from the Emperor, from a boss, that put them under a huge amount of stress. Okay, I feel right now with the Hangman, they're trying to take some time out. Four of Swords energy here, taking time out, putting a stop on things, taking time out until they've achieved goals. So maybe the boss is saying to this person, you know, you got a lot of work to do, matey. And they're like stressed and like, I can't give, it feels to me like this person can't give everything to you, because with the Seven of Wands, what happens with that card as well is you're trying to give everything to everyone else. That's the problem with the Seven of Wands. You've got so many demands going on that it's driving you crazy. Right? And this person has an assessment from their boss, and it's put them under an enormous amount of pressure, and the pressure is that they've got to get lots and lots of things done. So this person is kind of saying, let me take a break on the person that's watching number 2. Okay, let me kind of just bow out for a bit until I achieve the things that the boss wants. Okay, so I think a lot of it is work related for this individual here. What does the Three of Cups tie into? So the Three of Cups is linked into the Emperor and the Hangman. So I'm not reading this as leadership now. I'm reading this person as taking control. Okay, there's a lot of people here who I think are making demands. 3s represent more than 1. So there's a lot of people here who are making demands on this person. I think it's work related here as well. So future wise as well, work related. I think a lot of work related demands being brought by a lot of people here. And this person is kind of like, this person looks like they're going a bit crazy to me. I think a lot of this isn't to do with you. There may be a third party showing here, but I don't get, because it's not linking up with, it's linking up with the Emperor and the Hangman. And for me, that looks like this person needs to, it's not getting control of that, but it looks to me like this person in the future with work, they're facing a lot of demands from many people, the Three of Cups energy, and they just, and that's including you. It looks to me, the guys, like they've lumped you in with everything else that they've got going on, and they just can't cope with it. Okay, and if you look here, the axe is chopping these, so they've made a decision, a final decision with Judgment, to just chop this away, to just cut out all of this stuff here, so that they can start kind of, you know, they can gain more kind of, because stars also represent a compass, a direction. So they may have made a decision here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 with the star, to actually cut out all of the demands. And in fact, with that Ace of Coins, it could be cut out all of the smaller demands. The things that they may, I'm not being horrible, considered maybe to be insignificant, and to focus on kind of achieving major goals, for example, or perhaps focus on kind of just trying to clear a few things up with that star energy showing there. I mean, here in the past, they made a decision to take a break on this Ace of Coins energy showing up here. Or they made a decision that cost them something precious, which is you. The Ace of Coins is like a precious jewel. The Hangman can be lost, and this is a decision. So in the past, they made a decision that cost them a precious jewel. So it's not that they don't care about you, and it's not that they don't see you as precious. It's just that they made a decision that's cost them this, which is you. Right now, I feel that they are, with the Emperor and the Four of Swords, the 2 fours here, so they're kind of distancing themselves. Right now, I see that they've kind of put these parameters up, okay, and they've decided to distance themselves with the Four of Swords, take a break from all of the demands, okay, which I think include you, all right, or the demands that you need. Because it may be, because this is about you, so it may be that with this Seven of Wands, they see a lot of this as being that they have to kind of fulfill the demands for you in terms of the relationship. Whenever you're in a relationship, you do have demands placed on you from people. You know, you just do. It's just the way that it is. You get involved with someone and you have to be there. You have to show up for it. So it is kind of one form of, it's like a form of having to fulfill someone's needs, which is what demands are. And this person here is really, with this Emperor energy, needing to really take control of this Nine of Swords energy. And the way that they do it is by just distancing themselves, retreating with the Four of Swords from all of the demands that they consider are placed on them in terms of your relationship or whatever's going on. Do you have a future? I'm not so sure, because I feel that no, I do, yeah. Nine of Swords will be healed with the star energy, and you will reconcile. I think you've got a future here. And I thought there may have been a third party, but I feel that I don't think there's a third party here. I think this Nine of Swords and the Three of Cups is where this person is really kind of like stressing, because there's a lot of people here who are requiring things. I thought it might have been a third party, but I just don't see anything really for me that links it in with a third party situation going on here. I just feel that this person's really stressing about having to, perhaps with the Three of Cups, meet up there with you, meet up with you, socialize, that type of thing. And so they've made a decision with the Judgment energy here, a final decision deciding concerning their commitment towards you. They're worried about having to kind of, maybe this is kind of spending too much time, or it might simply be there's a lot of worries about having to commit to the friendship, the relationship. So a lot of worries with this Nine of Swords. They've made a decision here. Because there's a lot of worries, Nine of Swords, anxiety about having to commit with that Ace of Coins to your friendship with the Three of Cups. And that's simply because I think that they've had this assessment coming from a boss here that's really thrown them out. And the boss is saying things like, you have to get this done. You need to accomplish this work. There's a lot of work for you to do, and you need to. So it might be that this person possibly took their eye off the ball, and really, because it feels like this is a relationship that might be relatively new for some of you guys, but it feels to me like this person had something from their boss that said, you're spending too much time away with the fairies. I need you to focus on work. We've got lots of projects that you need to complete with the star card, and I need to get that done, And it feels to me like in the outcome, do you have a future? Well, you do, I think, because I think that they're worried with the Nine of Swords. The star is a healing card. So I feel that there's going to be healing here of this energy here once they've completed everything, and you'll reconcile with the Three of Cups. I think you'll come back together with this person with the Three of Cups. Yes, I do. But this person's got a lot of stuff to get out of the way. And also in the Diamond, which is an outcome energy here, this is the outcome as well. So we see reconciliation in the outcome. And in the Diamond, what we've got is, we do still see a Hangman, so we do still see this distance thing, and with that Emperor as well. until they've completed or achieved the goal of all of their demands. So they've got to achieve, the star achieves goals, there's their demands. This is them holding off a little bit and putting up the boundaries. So I think that they'll hold off, put up those boundaries until they've achieved all of their work. So it may simply be that you're just getting distance from this person because they've just got too many. I don't think there's actually a third party thinking about it. I just feel that this person has too many people, and we've got all these cards that show too many things. 7 of Wands, 3 of Cups. You know, there's just too many things going on for this person. I feel that this person doesn't want to, it feels to me like this person is feeling like they're being split in so many ways, and they just can't give everything to everyone. So it may be, unfortunately, that you are the sacrifice here with this Hangman. Because this card here, the reason why there's a bit of distance here from this person, or they've not been speaking much, is because they've had to make a sacrifice. And that sacrifice, the root cause of that sacrifice is because they've got a goal that they need to achieve with the Star card. They've just got these work goals that they need to achieve. So I do think you've got a future with this person. But I feel after this person has overcome, or they've healed all of this energy here, that's when they'll reconcile. The only thing I would say is that every time this person gets stressed out, are they going to do this? So you probably need to just kind of duke it out with them and say, well, every time you get stressed at work or whatever, are you gonna do this? Are you gonna keep on duking out on me, you know, ducking out on me and not speaking or not calling? So that's probably something that you need. I think you've got a future. I think you'll do you have a future? Well, as far as reconciliation goes, yeah, you'll reconcile. But what I will say is that if this relates to you, you really need to talk to this person about what they're doing. Do you know what I mean? Like, is this always going to be a thing where when you're stressed out by your boss and you've got to hit targets, this is hitting the target and this is like all of the targets they've got to hit? Are they always going to duke out on you? Is that what's going to happen? Are they always going to disappear on you whenever they've got a target to meet? You've got to kind of get that straight. You know, what is it? You know, they've got to learn how to manage, I think, both things, because we don't get any 2 of coins in here, you know? Which to me says that this person can't focus on more than one thing at a time, sort of thing. So, yeah, it feels to me like this person lets things get out of hand and then they backtrack a bit and then they get worried and then they have to make sacrifices that hurt others. But what I would say is, if this relates to you, then there's a need to have a conversation with this person just to make sure, because you're the one that's getting hurt in the end, which isn't fair. I'd see you reconciling, but I feel that there needs to be some real talk here between you and this individual going forward when you do reconcile. I've asked the cards to tell me where some of you guys are right now in this relationship with whoever this is, and the energies around this. So we're looking at the top card, the influencing this, and this is the root cause. Influences around what's going on now are also here, and then we do things like knighting. So if you don't know what Lenormand is, you connect the cards through various moves. Knighting would be like a chess move, like 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. So whatever the card is here, it connects here, and it gives us a bit more information on here, and vice versa on the other side. And we do things like diamond, 1 2 3 4, which gives us an outcome, and we can look at the bottom to see whether you've got a future here, and we see past, present and the future, or we can go this way. There's all sorts of ways we can do it. So yeah, let's make a start. What is the situation around your relationships at the moment for those of you who chose number 3? The Tower. Okay, some of you guys broken up. You had some violent breakup, like a row, or maybe with the Tower as well, that there was like this major discovery. Perhaps it was a surprise. Tower often means like this surprise, this chaos, disruption in a relationship. It represents the idea of arguments and people breaking up. So for some of you guys, it could be that whatever you guys did, or whatever situation you were in together, there was this major chaotic event that happened, and some of you guys broke up with someone, and some of you guys, it's been just some huge argument. But I think something has rocked some of you guys in terms of your relationships with that Tower. Let's have a look at what's influencing that. 3 of Wands. So the 3 of Wands in a love reading often this could be something to do with distance, but it could also be something to do with waiting. It's also something to do with progressing, because 3 of Wands is actually a card that represents progress. It can represent waiting. It can also represent distance. Maybe there's something of a distant thing, like maybe one of you lives in another country, for example. The 3 of Wands could also be a third party situation because it's number 3. What's the root cause of this? I think there's something to do with commitment, and also there's something to do with the aces are always starting things. So they're the seeds that you plant, and then you have to kind of nurture them and watch them grow. So with the Ace of Pentacles, it's all about something that starts in a real and tangible way. So with the Ace of Coins, we're planting a seed, but we have to nurture that seed to watch it grow. So the root cause of this, probably this breakup, or this major kind of chaos and disruption within a relationship for some of you guys, is influenced either by one of you lives, you both may live at different ends of the earth, you may live in different cities, different countries, for example, and it may be that there's been a breakup because it's been this influences this. So it might be there's been a breakup because of this, whether it's distance or whether it's the progress of the relationship. I think it's more likely to be progress or waiting or distance, one of those things. And the root cause of all of this is because of the commitment thing. Ace of Pentacles, you know, is one of you guys, you know, it may be that the relationship is still at the Ace of Pentacles stage where you're planting seeds for the future, but nothing is really developing or moving. And that could be because you live very far away from each other, or because you're waiting for things with the Three of Wands, or because simply this is kind of, it feels, if you look at where she is, she's walking up this mountain, but look where the door is. It's like this huge hill to climb. Like this card, remember in tarot, the Three of Wands is looking to the future for a lot of people who are in a love reading. But this card, look at them. This isn't people looking to the future. Look how slow she's walking with this rhinoceros. It just feels like, and she's holding actually onto the horn of the rhinoceros. It feels like this woman's just got this huge hill to climb before she gets to the goal. So it just feels to me like this breakup, this disruption is because it just feels like something is taking a long time to develop. As I've said, it could be something to do with travel related issues. You live very far away from each other. It could also be just the progress in terms of your relationship, in terms of developing. The root cause is development. Ace of Coins, you're planting seeds, but how much of this is developing into something bigger, into something more long lasting? It's only an ace. So the root cause of all of this is because of commitment, and the commitment to planting seeds and developing them in terms of the relationship. The Ten of Cups, a card about love and harmony. And you see, the thing is, I would say here that you guys, there is a real... I feel that you're soulmates with this Justice and the Ten of Cups. I think that this is definitely a soulmate relationship. I think that you understand. I mean, some of you guys might even be married here, perhaps. I don't know. It may be that you can still be married to someone with the Ten of Cups and the Justice card, and you can still have a long way to go with the Three of Wands because you guys have made plans for the future. You've been planting these seeds, but nothing's really developed from that. So it just feels like it's either some of you guys are married, or there's a real kind of soulmate connection type thing going on here. But it feels to me like the progress is very slow in an area of this relationship, and you guys have been planting seeds, but there's been nothing really kind of formidable developing since then. It feels like everything seems, it's almost like you're questioning it and you're saying this is really, really slow. Really, really slow. And I also feel that this breakup was probably on the cards. I think it was always destined to happen for some reason. Let's have a look at the next one. Right, you've got the Three of Cups. You've got 2 threes, so I don't know whether there's a third party involved in this. There could be because they've got multiple threes in this reading. But the Three of Cups, we'll read the 4 corners. The Fool. The Magician. Okay. I see reconciliation here. And it's almost like the promise or the... Because you've got the Magician and the Fool, and the Fool is all about creating a new beginning. Sorry, this Magician is all about creating something new. The Fool is all about new beginnings. So it almost feels like there's this creative element to this, like almost because the Six of Cups and the Three of Cups can often be a reconciliation type card. Usually this is reconciling with somebody from the past. Interesting cards, actually. 6 of Cups, Three of Cups. Six of Cups is to do with the past. The Three of Cups is friendship. The Fool energy is new beginnings. A fresh start. The Magician is creating this fresh start. It's almost like you reconciled with this person before with these cards, and there was a promise of this kind of, that you guys were going to create this new life together, because the Fool is new life and this is creation. So it almost feels like there was this promise that you guys were going to create this fresh life together. Okay. And also, it feels like there was an agreement with the Three of Cups energy that you guys were going to start planting new seeds. And you've got this Three of Cups linking, so you got it igniting to the Eight of Coins and the Ten of Cups as well. So I actually feel here that there was this kind of agreement here that you guys were going to start planting these seeds and building this life together. You were definitely in harmony. Three of Cups means to be in harmony. It's not always third person or anything. Definitely there was this harmonious energy showing there that you guys would kind of, you know, plant. There was definitely a harmonious energy, the Ten of Cups and the Three of Cups, that you guys were going to plant this new life, you know, plant a seed, and you were going to develop this new life together. There's something about something karmic, justice and the Six of Cups. So there's something karmic from the past that is now coming to fruition. So there's something about your relationship actually that is very otherworldly here, because you've got the Six of Cups and Justice, and sometimes when you get that combination, this can literally be something karmic coming back from the past, because this is the past and this is a karmic card. So there's some sort of karma that's being coming back through from the past, and it's starting to materialize into your environment right now. So there's something for, I don't know whether this is a past life issue perhaps going on here for some of you guys. It almost feels like you've come into this reality to build, to create something tangible, something real, because the Pentacles are real for the future. So your soulmates that have come back from a previous lifetime. It's really weird. I never knew whether I should believe in soulmates or not. I really didn't. But the more that I see this type of thing, the more I think, well, maybe there is something to the whole soulmate thing. I do think that you are soulmates with whoever this person is, because of that Six of Cups, and then we've got it knighting to the Eight of Coins. So your soulmates that have come back into this lifetime to create a real tangible new beginning, to start to build, to start planting seeds and building. So there's something really beautiful about your relationship. And also we have this Six of Cups and the Ten of Cups, a harmonious union showing here, okay, linked into this Eight of Coins as well. So I feel here that again we have this, you're definitely soulmates, I would say. Three of Cups, and it's almost like with the Three of Cups as well being the card of reconciliation, but also the Ten of Cups and the Three of Cups. This is a beautiful harmonious relationship here that has real potential. So if we look at the Three of Cups and the Ten of Cups, Three of Cups, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, knighting into the Ace of Coins and the Ten of Cups. What we've got here is a really beautiful harmonious relationship that has potential for the future. The Ace of Coins is potential for the future. We also have that you guys are definitely soulmates. The Six of Cups and Justice energy, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. So the Six of Cups knighting to the Justice and the Eight of Coins, and then we've got Three of Cups knighting to Ten of Cups and Eight of Coins, kind of telling you actually, for those of you who chose number 3, that you are you're actually the perfect couple. Okay, we've got a beautiful harmonious relationship here that has real potential, and actually I just feel that you've got real potential for this. Okay, even though I'm seeing breakup energy around you with that Tower energy and real disruption here, I just feel that with the Three of Cups, Ten of Cups and the Eight of Coins, there's real potential. You guys have real potential to create a beautiful relationship going forward, to have children, to be, if you're off that childbearing age. If not, it's fine, but you've just got real potential to live your life through. And also because you're soulmates here, you've definitely come into this life to do that, to build this relationship from scratch. So you're definitely destined to be with whoever this person is. There's no two ways about it. Look at the cards. Wow. And it's all because things, I think, are taking too long. And it just feels to me like it could be about somebody's commitment. You're wondering, are they actually committed? Do they actually want to build this? We've spoken about this, but everything is taking, there's a progress towards building. We've planted the seeds. The root cause is because you've planted a seed with this individual, but the influence above this is because you may have planted seeds with this person, but it's taken a long time for things to progress. But you're meant to be together. Ten of Cups and the Justice card. You're meant to be together. You are soulmates for sure. Okay, there's real potential for you guys to create a beautiful, harmonious relationship here. And because you're soulmates from another time, you've come into this lifetime to build this relationship with the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. And I feel that for some of you guys, you've probably reconciled. You probably broke up before and reconciled with that Six of Cups and the Three of Cups. Okay. Possibly under the promise with the Magician that you're going to create something new together going forward, because the Magician is all about creating and manifesting, and this is a new beginning. So you've probably broken up before, come back together under the premise that you would create this new life together. This is creation and this is the new life. So you've probably done that before in the past. But the universe wants you to know that at the end of the day, even though you seem to have broken up, or there seems to have been some major catastrophe happening in the relationship, you and this individual are definitely, I think, meant to be together for sure. I think you are. But I feel that with the lying diagonally, with the Three of Cups and the Magician, you've got to create harmony within this relationship. And when we look at harmony, even though it's number 3, and 3s are usually sort of off their axis and not necessarily balanced cards as such, because there's 3 rather than 2, this is still harmony. So you have to create some form of harmony together if it's going to work. Okay, if it's going to work. And I think, you know, these 2 cards, the Six of Cups and the Fool, they're both very childlike cards as well. So I think with the Fool energy here, the Six of Cups is all about the past, okay? The Fool card is also about freedom. So I feel that it feels to me that in order to create harmony, you've got to let go of the past, because the Fool is also independent and removing itself from things that have happened in the past. So I think that in order to create harmony within your relationship, you've really got to kind of let go of the past, because the Fool is somebody who wants something new. There's a new beginning, and this is the past. So in order to create harmony, you've got to let go of the past, because you guys are soulmates, okay? And there's real potential for you guys to have happiness and harmony. Happiness and harmony, Ten of Cups and the Three of Cups. Your soulmates, Six of Cups and the Justice card, that have come into this life to build this long-term, tangible life together, Ace of Pentacles. But in order to create harmony, Magician and the Three of Cups, you've got to be able to let go of the past. Showing here, okay? So do you have a future together? Well, yeah, you can create it. The Magician, the bottom line is telling us what you have. You do have a future together, but you have to create it. You have to create tangible opportunities, perhaps here, because the Magician is creating. When you get this in a love reading, it's all about creating the opportunities, tangible ones, real ones, that will allow you to start afresh and will allow you to have this new life together. So perhaps you have to create a tangible opportunity that allows you to have this new life together, because perhaps, you know, some of you guys are saying, well, this is taking a long time to progress. What's going on here? You know, you promised me that we were going to create this new life together, but I want to break up because it's taken too long. We've spoken about planting these seeds. We've put some things into action here, but it's taking so long to develop. Three of Wands. But the universe is saying, look, you're right together. There's real potential for you to have happiness and harmony. You're soulmates. You come into this lifetime to build something for the future. But in order to create harmony, you've got to let go of the past. And if you want a future together, you've got to create the opportunities, tangible, real, achievable opportunities, in order to move forward, in order to have this new life. It's going to take some work. For whoever's watching this, it has to take work. And I feel that for some of you guys as well, there's been a little bit of airy-fairiness. Like, for example, with this Magician energy here, I feel that, you know, Magician can be all talk. And with the Fool energy, it's all opportunity. It's like talking about all of the opportunities and all of the things you're going to do. But there's a ground and there's a potential sitting in between. So in between these 2 cards is the Ace of Coins. So I'm seeing a lot of talk as well. You know, but you got to start putting this into some reality. There's a lot, because these 2 cards are very air orientated. I think the Magician is ruled partially by Gemini, and the Fool is ruled by, I think, Aquarius. So there's very air energy, and what you need to do is you need to take all of that air energy and you need to start putting it into some sort of grounded, you know, because this is ground. The Ace of Coins is tangible. It's what you see. It's where you start forming things. So all of this air with the Magician and the Fool in order to have you do have a future, of course you do, but all this air that we're seeing here, it's just hot air. It needs to be put into some form. It needs to be put into some sort of tangible form that you can feel, that you can touch, that you can say, yes, finally, we're making progress. Because this is what this is about. There's no progress being made. You're meant to be together, and I think there's a great deal of love between you and this individual. But I think at the end of the day, things are not working out because things are being spoken about, but they're not being carried through. I think that's the problem. I think things are being spoken about, but they're not being followed up, and you need to follow these things up. So if it's you that's going through the difficult time, number 3, the partner needs to kind of pull their, start putting the effort in, because there's a lot of talk here, but probably very little effort. But yet you're meant to be together, so you just got to try and work this thing out. Could be the both of you, there's a lot of talk, but no action. One of you, I think, is very angry because the progress is so slow. But there has to be some movement now. Things have to be put into some sort of tangible reality, not just all up in the air. You do have a future together, but things have to start, you have to start acting rather than just talking. Whether it's you, whether it's the partner, whoever it is that's doing this, there has to be more action and less talk. Okay? See you on the next one, guys. If you'd like to order a reading with me, click on the link in the comment section below, and see you on the next one. Bye-bye.